Taking one more breath beside you.
So when you're trying to conceive after a loss, it can be really anxiety inducing. It's sort of that pull of, I'm scared if I do, I'm scared if I don't. I like to remind clients this is kind of one of the only times in life where you're asked to like run towards pain. It's very counterintuitive that as humans we're very averse to pain. That's a good thing. If something bad happened, we're going to avoid that next time. And yet to get the end result of having another baby again, we're literally running towards something that we know is going to be anxiety inducing. And after losing a baby, really one of the first things you lose is your naivety. You are now in the know of, this is something that can happen. This is something that can happen to me. So there's no going back to ignorant bliss of knowing that I can just get pregnant and everything's okay. And I think that's one of the first emotional challenges when you've accepted to go ahead with your journey and try and conceive again.
I talk a lot to my clients about acknowledging that, like, it is so real and natural to have anxiety, and also anxiety and worry isn't doesn't have to equal a prediction, right? That the sense of impending doom that often comes with anxiety doesn't actually mean that something bad is going to happen. So, how do we kind of zoom out and have compassion and understanding for ourselves and our experiences that have really brought that anxiety alive, and be able to hold space for hope and possibility? It's the both and, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the what if questions can really get you, that what if something goes wrong? What if it happens again? And one of the simplest practices I try to implement with my clients is, if we're swinging the pendulum towards the negative in the what if, then let's go ahead and swing it all the way to the positive. What if everything's fine? What if you feel good this pregnancy? What if you bring this baby home, and it's a beautiful experience or a beautiful birth. What if Gerber wants to put your baby, cutest baby ever, on their jar next year? It's one of those things. It's like swing all the way, because if this is unrealistic or, not necessarily unfounded, but the reality is we have to come back to the middle of, I don't know. And that's where we want to actually embrace the discomfort of just uncertainty, that just because you don't know what's going to happen doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It's actually just unknowable at the time. Like, we don't know how next week is going to go. We don't know the future of this pregnancy, but not knowing is not a fault. It's not a deficit. It's not even, it doesn't need to feel defeating. It's just the reality of not knowing. And because you've experienced something that has brought fear and sadness into your life by losing a pregnancy or losing an infant, doesn't mean that this is going to be the same journey. And just knowing that, like you said, like, you can think something all day long, it's not going to bring it to fruition. So the what if worries, we have to kind of like swing the pendulum and land back at neutral to be able to just accept that, wow, I really can only be curious about wondering what's going to come. I can't control it, nor do I have to fear it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the journey to conception after loss, or pregnancy after loss, is in itself like a gritty journey. Like, it's like you're already strong that you're in that
Yeah.
place, right? Like, nobody would blame you if you didn't want to try again, but you are. And that in and of itself is brave and strong, and to be able to really step into that and say, like, I am scared and I am vulnerable, and also, like, I'm kind of a badass. I'm kind of tough.
I'm
Like,
doing it. Yeah.
like, that's where power is. It's it's really hard and it's really easy to let anxiety drive the bus, but at the same time, like the essence of what you are doing is so brave and strong, and to really own that aspect as well.